2 team and have the lead going into the 4th quarter. Drew Tate with the quarterback sneak as he gets some short yardage time. We're told through a 50-yard pass in practice this week, so the arm feeling better, but John Hufnagel wants to rest it a little longer.
And his number 2 on the depth chart right now with Kevin Glenn at number 3. So if something happened to Bo Levi Mitchell, he'd be the next one in.
9th play of the drive. Mitchell checks back in. First down at the 17. Has some time, running out of it now. Back to the end zone and look for Larry Taylor, who will get some time in the offense with the injury to Mo Price, and it's incomplete.
John Hufnagel did tell us yesterday that Kevin Glenn's coming along and told him this week that it's feeling a lot better, his leg, and that he should be ready to go next week, which will likely, if everything stays true to form for John Hufnagel, mean that Glenn will move back up to number 1. Drew Tate probably stays at 2, and Bo Levi Mitchell, after a couple starts in a row, will go back to 3 when Glenn's ready. So he does have the luxury of letting those guys heal fully before he brings them back in.
Ticats will be Calgary fans next week when the Argos are here at McMahon. 2nd and 10. Mitchell to the sidelines and incomplete. Nearly a Fantuzzian catch by Markway McDaniel.
But D-Webb had another idea, and he stuck with it. McDaniel wanted a pass interference call, and D-Webb punched it out as they were going down. I thought Markway McDaniel had this right on the cut. Watch out, his nice catch there. He's got to survive contact. See D-Webb's left arm as they're going down. He rips it out.
So the field goal team comes on as the drive stalls. And Paredes from 24 out to cut this 6-point lead in half. And he does. 22-19 as it tightens up here on Friday night. Ticats at their 35-yard line after the Paredes field goal. 3-point game, early 4th quarter. C.J. Gable trying to get outside, and Romeo won't let him turn it up.
Henry Burris, over 50,000 tonight, joining that club. And Burris, of course, the former Calgary Stampeder, got the majority of those yards as a Stampeder, and pretty famous one when you consider the Grey Cup MVPs for this franchise. He did it in 2008. You heard Dave Randorf talk about the fact that if he gets over 300 for the 5th consecutive time here tonight, and that last time he did that was in 2008, he's a Grey Cup MVP.
2nd and 11, a lot of time. Throw is complete, and 2's the catch, but he is taken down short of the first down by Darius Brooks.
And Kent Austin did not hesitate here. He didn't even want to take a look at this. I thought it was fairly close to within that yard where you would want to get an automatic measurement, but
now forward progress about 8.5 to 9-yard gain, but taking another look at it, but it looks like it's a 1.5 yards. So a 2 and out. Calgary getting a little momentum here. See if Larry Taylor can fuel the fire. And he is taken down very quickly as Marcellus Bowman has the special team tackle. John Cornish and the Stamps offense looking to cut into this Ticat lead. Stamps have the football but do not have Maurice Price, as we saw in the last series, showing the effects of a hip injury. With more, let's head to the sidelines. Jermaine Franklin.
That's right, Chris. Mo Price is out for the remainder of the game with a left hip injury. In his last reception, he took a helmet directly to his hip and he couldn't play through it. Little word about Kenny Stafford, the receiver that is replacing him. Bo Levi Mitchell had very high praise for Stafford, saying he's a quick study. Other new receivers that come into the regime, he'll ask if they know what they're doing. They say yes, but when they run the play in practice, it's a completely different story. Not with Stafford. He's a quick study, knows what he's doing, running routes. And that must have a lot to do with his bloodlines, as you mentioned earlier, the nephew of Chris Carter, Hall of Famer from Minnesota.
So maybe a bigger part of this offense now without Bryce. Another defensive play by Sam Scott, the former Calgary Stampeder, to bring down John Corners for a loss.
Well, you know that Chris Carter is watching Kenny Stafford. Can Stafford get in behind the safety, who is now for Hamilton, Neil King, not Courtney Stephen, who's on the bench for this defensive series.
Hey, we're going to get that, Chief.
2nd and 14.
Unless he buzzes up.
4-man rush. And Mitchell hurried, gets it to Sinopoli. Emmanuel Davis there to bring him down quickly. And it's a 2-0. So the defenses are digging in.
Yeah, big play on first down by Sam Scott, as you mentioned. I think that's for Orlando Steinauer. That's the key. Get a young quarterback in his 3rd start and 2nd and real long. He throws it underneath on a little bit of a scramble, but that first down play by Scott was the key.
Moore, 31-yard line. Let's see if he can get outside. Ron Mayo does force him out, but not before Moore gets it all the way to the 49-yard line. Just under 11 minutes to go. See if Henry Burris can increase the Ticat lead. Would be number 6 on the year for the Ticats, matching their season total of 2012. Lots of work to do. Burris standing back there, taking a long look, and now throwing complete to Bakari Grant in Calgary territory, dropped at the 47.
It's one of the reasons that Charleston Hughes been quiet tonight is not only the play of the tackles, but watch the help the tackles are getting from running back C.J. Gable here, who on Charleston Hughes is going to come up onto the line, and this is what you call that chip. You heard it many times. See that? Just a little chip to help the tackle. Brian Simmons gives Burris more time. He finds a lane on the roll, and Bakari Grant.
Ticats feel Gable is the best pass protecting running back in the league already. Goes down into the hands of Gable. And he'll pound it down to the 41-yard line. And has close to 6, Keon Raymond on the tackle.
One way to counter that, if you're the Calgary defense, if you're getting a lot of chip blocks from the running back on your star rush in, then Hughes could start to run some more stunts and come inside. I know this game is winding down, but they've got to try and spring him loose, cause some havoc in the backfield, and maybe have Henry Burris throw when he's not ready to.
Well, they give Gable 5, so 2nd and 5. Short drop, and the pass is caught. And Andy Fantuz secures that for a first down at the 35. 6th catch of the night for Fantuz, closing in on 100.
Watch what they're doing with Charleston Hughes now, Chris. They've lined him up here, trying to move him around to get him free, and they move him to the opposite side. Figueroa picks him up this time. They're trying to move him away from C.J. Gable. So get him opposite the back, so it's a one-on-one, but this time Burris steps up and throws it on time.
Both he and Kadero Law lined up as if they were linebackers initially. A couple of fakes, and now it's Gable. Got some running room, and a cutback, and a saving tackle there by the safety, Jeff Heck, when it looked like Gable was headed to the house, but it is another 300-yard game for Henry Burris. And that's a streak of 5 consecutive.
And the first 300-yard passing game allowed by this Calgary defense. The quick play action on the fly sweep to C.J. Gable. Nice block down the field by Marwan Hayes on Jawan Simpson.
Ticats on the march. Take the sweep to Moore. Burris in trouble, and he's dropped. They finally get to Henry Burris, led by Jawan Simpson.
Looked like Juwan Simpson was spying Burris, just hanging back briefly. He's gonna wait for his moment. He's still in that linebacking core. Burris has a little initial time, then he shoots the gap.
Fourth sack of the year for the Stampeders middle linebacker. And DeMonte Bolden. Or check that, it's Micah Johnson, defensive tackle, shaken up, and Bolden. So there are both defensive tackles have been shaken up. Bolden, a former Cat, Johnson. So they'll have to make adjustments. Etienne Legaré comes into the game. Bolden has to limp off, and
and now Johnson will too. He'll have to go for at least 3 plays. The training staff is out there dealing with him, so he's got to go now for 3 for sure. Bolden also going off.
Might have to bump one of those defensive ends inside and bring Justin Phillips on too, but we'll see what Rick Campbell does in realigning this defense. 2nd and 15 from the red zone.
You mentioned Etienne Legaré, he's in there out of Laval. Trying to get some help from Juwan Simpson there to just make sure he's got the calls straight. And
Alvin Bowen comes in, another linebacker, so they'll have a 3-man front, it would appear. And Bowen joins Simpson and Mayo. And do we call Keon Raymond a linebacker or not?
No, because he's too handsome.
Too good looking.
Yeah.
Big play, 2nd and 15. Off the edge, pressure, and it's floated and picked off. An interception there, and a pickup. Is it Deron Mayo who came up with the football? No, it's Alvin Bowen. Alvin Bowen into the game, and he comes up with a big interception that denies the Ticats the opportunity to add to their lead.
Kent Austin has talked about Henry Burris, even though he's in his 14th season, about still trying to eliminate some of the mistakes. Now, he says there are times when you can survive turnovers and then there's disaster plays, and I would think that Kent Austin has classified this one as a disaster turnover. You're in scoring range, field goal at the very least, and Burris throws one he shouldn't have in traffic, didn't have a receiver, and you could just see over the shoulder of Henry Burris, his head coach is going to categorize that as a disaster turnover.
10th interception of the year. Pitch to Cornish. Looking for anything, but he is swarmed. That Hamilton Ticat rush defense has really dialed it up.
And just for the record, John Cornish has become the 2nd Canadian ever with back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons. The only other Canadian running back to do it was Normie Kwong. Did 4 straight years, 55 to 58. Quite an accomplishment.
Kwong with Edmonton, but big part of the Calgary Stampeders organization. One of the CFL legends. 2nd and 10 from inside the 10. Mitchell over the middle. There's Larry Taylor, and Jamal Johnson unloads.
Yeah, you could see that bullseye narrowing as Jamal Johnson lines up like he's going to blitz and then drops out of there. So Bo Levi Mitchell may not have realized that he had dropped and was now targeting his receiver on the crossing route. But watch 28 drop out, take a look, crosser coming, and pop right over the middle.
So it forces Calgary to punt from deep in their own zone. Savoy Moore awaits at the Ticat 50. Good move by Maver. Moore back at his 41. And good cover. Special teams for Calgary have been good tonight.
And you know who has been the star of that show? Rob Maver. I mean, if there's ever a time when a punter could be a consideration special teams player of the week, I know we're early, but shoot. Think about that one in the first half. He put it inside the 1-yard line. He's got a completion on a fake that was run successfully, and that's another monster punt at a key moment to get Calgary out of a hole.
52-yarder from Maver. averaging over 45 yards a punt on the season. Icats trying to make this a 2-score game. A pump, and now over the middle. Gable, another Gable spin, and away he goes. A lunge. The highlight reel continues for C.J. Gable. He's not going to keep the skis on the snow.
No, he's not. He's a combination of downhiller and ski jumper, because, man, this is fun to watch. When he gets out of the backfield, releases to the left of your screen, and then just runs a jet right down the middle. Watch Henry Burris pause for a second so he can open up right there, and then he hits him, and now just enjoy the magic.
A Gable spinorama. 40-yard play. First down at the 24. And the tight end, give it right back to Gable. And he gets punished at the 21-yard line. That is worth another look.
Oh, is it ever? You know, you draw it up to get him the football, and then you let him do the rest. And this is his balance on contact. Unbelievable. Takes the hit that takes one leg completely out, and he spins on the other. You better keep your head up when you're tackling 32, or he'll just jump right over top of you. 150 yards of offense total for C.K. Gable tonight.
Second down, pressure on. Burris back at the 32-yard line. Charleston Hughes finally gets through. Cordero Law was there too.
If you're going to get Charleston Hughes chipped a ton, you got to get him on a stunt. You get him on a stunt, and you get him inside, and you got a chance. And where do they put Charleston Hughes? They start to move him around, put him on the inside. Where's he gonna go? He's gonna go on a stunt into the middle. And when he goes on a stunt into the middle, makes a move, gets around that inside, and now he can't get chipped by the back, and he gets there.
Number 11 on the year for Charleston Hughes, and now Luka Kanji to restore that 6-point lead, and he is off the upright dead ball. And it remains a 3-point lead.
You think back to last year, the Hamilton Tiger Cats lost a close one here at McMahon when, in a lot different weather conditions, they botched a field goal.
Final play of the game, 30 yards out. And Vantuz had it slip off the tee. And these are mistakes that could come back to haunt the Cats.
It just started to fade to its right and hits the goalpost square on. And now Kent Austin will look to his defense one more time.
The only question was that a break that it hits the upright and doesn't get in the hands of Larry Taylor. Last time Kanji missed, Taylor took it back 103 yards. From the 25. Incomplete. Stafford wants a flag. None on the field. 2nd and 10.
I think the home crowd is with Stafford. They thought that this contact by Delvin Breaux was a little early. Let's take a look. Press coverage right on the line. He got away with that left hand dragging on the inside of the shoulder pad.
There's the corner that some have compared to a young Brandon Browner, the current Seahawk, former Stampeders. 2nd and 10. And it is a catch for Anthony Parker. And Parker has a first down across the 35. First catch of the game, and it's a big one for the Stamps as we're at the 3-minute warning, with the game very much up for grabs.
Gotta get up.